Welcome to another episode of Car Ride Conversations with Chronically Rye, featuring me. I'm Rye, and as always, I'm your host. Today, I have gathered you here to recount a list in its entirety of all of my favorite lines from Heated Rivalry. Just kidding, but I could do it, and I could go on for a while. That's not why we're here. Today, I'd like to talk about staring. Yes, staring. You see, I am a wheelchair user. I know you can't tell in this one instance, but I am. I'm also a nurse. As you can see, these are scrubs, and I work in a hospital. So I am used to stairs, okay? Before I was a wheelchair user, you also can't tell because I'm in this tiny little screen in front of you, but I am 5'9", tall drink of water who liked to wear heels and dress like she walked out of a 1950s pinup calendar, okay? I know what different kinds of stairs feel like, what good stairs versus bad stairs versus the stare I'd like to focus on today. The stare that is, holy fuck, what is that? I couldn't do that. Kind of that wonder, that weird, but you have questions but you don't, and those are the ones that get me, okay? It's that stare. I don't mind it, okay? You can look. It's different. You don't see somebody who uses a manual wheelchair and is also employed, or just a manual wheelchair user out and about in general, a lot of places. It's seldom, unless you know somebody. It's not something that you see every day. Staring's fine, okay? The glance, the look away, that you can make a comment. You can say something like, "Oh my gosh, these are really cool." But I would like to address the comments, okay? The comments that kind of come from the staring. You see, what I believe we have accidentally done as a society is people are afraid of disability. Disability is scary. I understand. It's unknown. We are afraid of the unknown. Disability is an unknown. So people see me, and they stare, and they don't know what to say. Because they don't want to be like, "Oh my God, that's so cool." Because like what? Like, you don't know if I was in a traumatic accident. Or like, "Oh my God, like I could never do that." Because like that feels really shitty. So they don't know what to say. So oftentimes they just don't say anything, which just equals this awful, okay, hi, kind of situation where people are just staring. Okay, what I feel like society feels like they can't do is comment on anything disability related at all. For example, my wheelchair is very colorful. The side guards are completely covered in stickers of all these like local joints that I love. My spokes are rainbow. The back is completely bedazzled in rainbow rhinestones. Like, your girl is tricked out. And it is my favorite thing in the world when people comment on her, because I have worked so hard to make my wheelchair reflect my personality. Because unless you have tried to make medical equipment reflect any kind of a personality, you don't know how difficult that is. But I have, and I love when people notice it. But it makes me laugh, because the only people who seem to be comfortable enough to comment on it are either people who know me, children, or sometimes healthcare workers, depending on how comfortable they are with disability. Usually nurses, not doctors. And I just think that's so funny, because I am a very loud person. I wear loud colors, I'm bright, I'm out there, I attract attention. I have always attracted attention. This is not new. But as a wheelchair user who still, it kind of projects that same brightness, that same attitude, it is so funny for people to almost seem afraid of me and afraid to comment on my style or something, because it is in turn related to my disability. Like when I wear really cool bedazzled bag covers on Colleen, people are always so afraid to compliment or comment on it, because one, they oftentimes don't know what it is. So they're just like, "I love that," and like, if they do know what it is, they don't like want to bring attention to it in case like I'm embarrassed. It's just such a funny thing as someone who is always dressed in a very out there way, and to see how people, they don't avoid speak. Well, sometimes they do avoid speaking to me, or they just don't know how to go about speaking to me. And it's definitely because we have trained people, you know, not notice someone's disability, but to not draw attention to their disability. But you know, we could go on and 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 on about the medical model of a disability, and while it's ridiculous and stupid and it has absolutely altered the way that society thinks about disability and thinks of it as a bad thing, when it is not at all. It is just a thing that exists, and for some of us deserves to be celebrated. I think always deserves to be celebrated, but not everybody thinks that way, and that's fine. But for me specifically, you know, your bitch ass is still gonna be wearing her handicap placard earrings and her bright colors in my bedazzled wheelchair. And if you see me out and about and you think that's awesome, say something, because I love that. I love that the way that I outwardly portray myself, hopefully makes people more comfortable with recognizing the existence of disability, and even, you know, complimenting or finding it cool. I don't know, I'm rambling and I'm almost home, but I just wanted to, you know, bring back a good old rambling episode of Car Ride Conversations with Chronically Right. For some of you new viewers, this is not new. This series has been going on for years. If you've enjoyed what you see here, please follow, subscribe, drop a comment below, interact, do all of the things. I love talking with you and rambling with you on my drives. No matter where I am, where I'm going, what state I'm living in, you guys have always been along for the ride, and I love it. All right, catch you guys next time.